Dear Billiam Burning Beard. I like that one. How are you? I'm a 30-year-old dude from Toronto. Great city. Great coffee in that city. I had a good time when I went there. And this person said, I've been listening to the podcast now for about 3 years now. Last night, me and a buddy drove to Windsor to see you live. We couldn't make the Toronto shows. We were not going to miss this one. Please tell me this. You had a good time. Everything was going great. You were killing. We were having a great time and so happy to finally see you perform. Great. So you're doing your thing up there, and I noticed the woman beside me, who was clearly wasted, wasn't really feeling your brand of comedy, and she started making backhanded comments after all your jokes. I think it's a backhanded compliment. It's not a backhanded comment. This is what I'm the Pied Piper of people who can't say an expression right. Anyway, she was bugging everyone around us to the point even the guy she was with was telling her to shut up repeatedly, which itself was getting super disruptive. So finally I had enough. I've been waiting forever for this show. I wasn't going to just sit there and put up with it, so I turn politely and I say, could you please stop talking? She looks me in the eye and like a 4-year-old says no. So I just roll my eyes, turn away, and try to focus on your show. 5 seconds later, what does she... You know what she does, Bill? She dumps her entire beer in my lap. Oh, my God. And it's a woman, so there's like nothing you can do. I'm shocked and absolutely fucking livid. I just tried to focus my rage on the show because I didn't want to be disrupted. But then a few minutes later, she grabs my arm and says, I'm sorry, like a toddler who was forced to apologize. You know what that was probably because you didn't engage. And then she probably, maybe came to her senses. Anyway, so I soaked in this broad's beer and blinded with rage, looked her dead in the eyes and said, shut the fuck up. She gets all pissy and gets up, falling down drunk, calling me a bunch of homophobic shit, screaming, I said I was sorry. To which I say, fuck you. I just asked you to be quiet. You dumped your drink on me, you dumb. She trades places with the guy she's with, who is repeatedly telling her, stop, you do this every time we go out. Now, what is this fucking guy doing? If you're going to stay with her, keep her home or put her on a leash. Anyway, the guy says, which is hilariously ironic considering not 10 minutes before that you did a bit about red flags. Oh, that's hilarious. Anyway, they're both arguing, being insanely disruptive. I tell them both to shut up. People are trying to watch. And then the fucking guy starts talking shit to me. Oh, God. And you know what's sad about all this? They probably have children. It's getting ridiculous, so I just focus because I don't want to cause an even bigger scene and really fuck up the show. Eventually, the woman gets up. Oh, my God, this story is unbelievable. And leaves. And the guy immediately turns to me and said, I'm sorry, man. And starts talking to me about her. As sternly as I could say, dude, just let me watch the fucking show. My God, these people are fascinating. How stupid they are. That was the end of it. But now I'm trying to enjoy the last chunk of your show, shivering, covered in beer, trying to focus while the rage of this fuckery is just festering. Oh, and you got to drive all the way back to Toronto? Please tell me you got a hotel room. What calmed me down was thinking to myself, well, I'm going to write him and Andrew a letter tomorrow, and maybe if he trashes her on the podcast, it will all have been worth it. Oh, buddy, are you kidding me? I'm thinking of sending you something. The lights came on after the show, and it took everything in my power not to start talking shit to them, but I didn't feel like causing a big thing in a casino. She had painted on eyebrows and looked like a little trash clown from outer space, so I had some shots in the chamber, but what can you do? We just let them walk away with her carrying his balls in her purse. Anyway, fuck her and her childish attitude. Dude, I don't know how I could trash her any better than you're doing it. Anyway, fuck her and her childish attitude. At the end of the day, I still had an amazing time seeing you perform. Dude, you are a higher being, man. If you went through all of that and you're still feeling like you had an amazing time. He said, your story about the mushroom trip brought my mood right back to where it needed to be. I sincerely apologize for the disruption at your show and to anyone listening. now who may have been there. That said, everyone we talked to around us after seemed to all be on our side. Why wouldn't they be? Absolutely love your work, bud. F is for Family is a work of art. Thank you for all the laughter you brought me through the pandemic. It's truly kept me going. Best wishes to you and the family, and go fuck yourself. You know, at my age, 54, I kind of look at those people now like, you know, that's beyond getting drunk, and the fact that he said that she does it all the time. Like, she is probably an alcoholic, and those people literally are like mentally ill. It's like you're living with a fucking crazy person when they're boozing. I don't know. I mean, do I really need to trash her? I mean, you kind of fucking just by describing her, and that poor. How about the poor bastard that's with her? You know what I mean? And doesn't have the fucking balls to walk away from it, and then brings her out in public knowing how the fuck she is. I don't know, dude. I would have done most what you did. Like, if a woman dumps a beer in my lap, like, what am I gonna? It's a woman. There's no win in it. Because if a guy does that to another guy, I mean, like, immediately it's just like, all right, well, I'm getting into a fight. And is there anything worse than getting into a fist fight when you know you're wrong? I mean, it just takes like 20% out of everything you're doing, you know. Until you get hit a few times, then you lose your temper. But but by then it's usually fucking over. Anyway, I'm going to talk to Andrew. I'm trying to think. I don't have any DVDs or anything anymore. I have to figure something out, or at least the next time I'm there. I got to do something. And I fucking hate that shit like that can happen at my shows sometimes. All I can say, dude, is you handled it like a fucking champ. I was trying to picture her. When I picture her, her hair is like, sort of like, I don't know. It needs conditioner. It's like a fucking hazard. You know, those people there's that certain age an alkie gets to where they just look exhausted all the time. That's just kind of how I pictured this person, or she's on her way there. And, you know, it's bad enough to be an alcoholic, but to be in Windsor as a raging alcoholic in that unforgivable fucking winter that you have to go in that lake effect fucking snow. I mean, that's why those people in Buffalo are jumping on tables. It's not because they're fans. I mean, they're really, in a celebratory way, are trying to end their lives, both as citizens of Buffalo and fans of the Buffalo Bills. I didn't see any NFL today. Oh, there was a great fucking game. I didn't even tape it. Oh, fuck, the Bills played the Chiefs and I missed it. I didn't miss it. I was playing with my kids. What am I supposed to do here?
Thank you for watching this Bill Burr video. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.